निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पाधृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमेड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपान्तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's Jayanti day is celebrated today all over the world. About Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji wrote a stotram. स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is glorified as the Dharma Swarupaha. Then the question comes, what Dharma? Which Dharma he is mentioning? Sarva Dharma Swarupine. Dharma is the word occurs in Vedam. So, Bhagavan has manifested to establish that Vaidika Dharma. The very concept of Dharma is not available in any other religion except our Vaidika Dharma. Other religions may have ethics and moral values, but the concept of Dharma is different from ethics and moral values. Ethics and moral values are included in Vaidika Dharma. So it is addition to ethics and moral values. So in order to establish that Vaidika Dharma, Bhagavan manifested as in the earlier case. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिः भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever dharmasya glanihi bhavati, whenever this Vaidika Dharma is in trouble, is not understood by the humanity, then I manifest. So Bhagavan's manifestation can be called as Vedic manifestation. Therefore, Bhagavan is called as Vedamurthi Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj considers Sri Ramakrishna as Vedamurti. Veda is Shabdam. If Shabdam takes the form, that form will be what? Sri Ramakrishna's form. That is the assertion of Swamiji. Even though he doesn't have any birth, he cannot have birth, but still he can manifest. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swam avashtabhya prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami yuge yuge. What is the difference between our physical form and the form of the Ishvara? Our physical form is made up of Pancha Bhautikam. It is made up of Pancha Bhutas, therefore it is called Pancha Bhautika Shariram. That is why the Shariram has limitation. If it is available in one place, it is not available in another place. Whereas Ishvara's manifestation is not Pancha Bhautikam. Panchabhutas come from Maya Shakti. Ishvara's manifestation is directly through Maya Shakti. Prakritim Swam Atishthaye. So the form can appear simultaneously in many places. As regards the human being's form or any jiva's form, once it disappeared, it is disappeared once for all. But Ishvara's form is not like that. It can reappear to the devotee because it is not made up of Panchabhutas, it is made up of Maya Shakti. So with this difference, the forms of the Ishvara's manifestation are very glorious. Just by seeing their form, people's mind will have Shanti. None of us have seen the form of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. But as even we see that picture of that form, our mind gets calmness. Swami Adbhutanandaji Maharaj, Latu Maharaj, who happened to be the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, was asked by a devotee, what should I do when my mind is agitated? When my mind is agitated by kama or krodha, what should I do? Then Adbhutanandaji Maharaj gives his suggestion. Keep the picture of Sri Ramakrishna always. When your mind is getting agitated, immediately go to a secluded place and start seeing that form. The picture, if you start seeing that picture, the very seeing will make your mind shanti, make your mind with calmness. So the very form is glorious. As far as Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, this form is greatest among the all other forms of the Ishvara. How can he say so? If we analyze, there is a logic behind that assertion. Other avatars exhibited tamoguna and rajoguna in their life for the sake of Leela. They were not affected, either Rama or Krishna. They exhibited rajoguna. They applied violence against humanity. There may be reason for that, but violence is applied. So Rajoguna was exhibited in their Leela. It has not affected the Ishvara, but the manifestation was mixed with Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Whereas Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's life and his Leela, if you read, nowhere you will find Rajoguna exhibition or exhibition of Tamoguna. Therefore, Swami Vivekananda Maharaj says, being the embodiment of Sattva is the avatar Varishta. Because among the three gunas, which guna is Varishta? Varishta means greatest. Among the three gunas, Sattva is greatest. So therefore, Bhagavan, being the manifestation or embodiment of Sattva is avatar Varishta. So this Varishta form is equated with Guru Tattva. Sri Ramakrishna's life, if you study, you will find that he has played many roles with that form. But the role of a teacher, the role of a spiritual teacher was prominent. Though he has married, he converted his wife as a student. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. And that too, without any physical relationship. So these are all the reasons for Swami Vivekananda Maharaj's assertion. How can a person to convert somebody? It's not possible. First thing is you cannot convert anyone. You can convert their name or their insignia, but the actual conversion, which is in the form of knowledge, doesn't happen. But this manifestation has demonstrated there is no need to cut off the head of the human being. If you are patient enough, you can transform that human being. Cutting off the head can be done by anybody. Ravana also did that. If Rama also do same thing, what is the grandness? You may say, Rama did for the sake of establishing dharma. When other methods are there to establish dharma, why Rama took that method? Because other methods did not work with them. Neither Ramji had the patience to wait for the conversion of Ravana. Each life of an avatara is unique. But when you compare these avatars with regard to the manifestation of the three gunas, there you will find Sattu Guna manifestation is highly done in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the grandness of Sri Ramakrishna's avatar. Then we will go to next point, which is told in the shloka of Swami Vivekananda Maharaj. Thapakaya cha dharmasya. Dharmasya sthapakaya. In order to establish that dharma in the minds of humanity. Then the question comes, what do you mean by dharma? At the beginning I told, dharma doesn't mean only ethics and moral values. The word dharma doesn't have any English translation. Equal word is not there in English. So what do you mean by dharma? Shastra, that is Veda, divides dharma into three types. One is Samanya Dharma. Another one is Swadharma. Third one is Moksha Dharma. What do you mean by Samanya Dharma? That which can be followed by entire humanity, that which should be followed by entire humanity as much as possible according to his maturity and social status in life. It's called Samanya Dharma. What are they? Ahimsa, Satyam, Brahmacharyam, Asteyam, Aparigra. Five aspects of this Dharma, five values, five universal human values. Ahimsa, Satyam, Brahmacharyam, Asteyam, Aparigra. Ahimsa means what? Na himsa. Avoid doing himsa, because human pravritti is always himsa. In order to protect this particular physical frame, we take to himsa. When insecurity idea comes in our mind, immediately, what is the best method of defense? Offense is the best method, we think. So Shastram says, don't do that. Ahimsa, then Satyam. Anrita Vartanam. When you speak, don't speak lie. Then Brahmacharyam. That means Indriya Nigraham. Control all your senses. Then Astheyam. Don't steal. Then Aparigraham. Don't amass more than your need. All are in the form of don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Why Shastra says? Because you will do naturally. Naturally, all living beings have this. All living beings violate these values, including human being. Therefore, human being is taught not to violate. So, himsa is very natural pravritti. Telling lie is very natural. Even child will tell lie. Who taught that? Because of fear. Did you eat butter, Krishna? No. Did you eat mud? No. Who told you? Avatar. So don't do that. When you say something, it should be truthful. When Bhagavan Krishna told no, there was Paramarthika Satyam in his mind. When Vyavaharika Satyam is asked, Sri Krishna always told Paramarthika Satyam. Did you eat mud? No. Why? How? Mud is there in your mouth. Then, when he opened his mouth, what happened? And entire universe is inside the mouth. So Bhagavan told, where is the question of eating the mud? All mud is already within my stomach, within my mouth. The mother, when she saw that, Paramarthik Satyam, na, magic, immediately she fell down. She asked with one standpoint. Correct. With same standpoint only you have to answer. Generally, Bhagavan Krishna always famous for jumping into varieties of stand. We have varieties of stand. Vyavaharika Satyam, Pratibhashika Satyam, Paramarthika Satyam, Swapna Satyam, Jagrat Satyam. So many Satyams are there. Vachika Satyam. But Bhagavan Krishna was famous for showing his Mahima. That is Mahima Pradhana Avatar. Rama's manifestation is Dharma Pradhana Avatar. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's manifestation is Moksha Dharma Pradhana Avatar. So, if you read Sri Ramakrishna's life, how he nicely practiced these dharmas, these 5 dharmas. Ahimsa, embodiment of Ahimsa. Sri Ramakrishna was embodiment of Ahimsa. There was a Brahmana who was jealous about Sri Ramakrishna's familiarity and intimacy with Mathur Babu, trampled with shoes on Sri Ramakrishna. He did not even shout, because if he shouts, then Mathur Babu will come. That fellow will be caught. So he will get punishment. Therefore, Sri Ramakrishna accepted all pains of being trampled. That much ahimsa. Even by thought, he cannot think something bad to others. One day he was invited to a satsanga. The host forgot to feed the Bhagavan. So Sri Ramakrishna was somehow managed to get a seat in the pankti, in the dining hall, but he did not get seat at all. There's a lot of crowd. The host completely forgot. So Sri Ramakrishna somehow managed to find out a small place under the staircase. He is the chief guest of the program. Since host did not take care, he managed to get a place under the staircase. Along with him, Swami Brahmananda Maharaj, Rakal Maharaj was there. So he was a young man. So he felt very much offended. Then he told, let us go, come. Why should we go through this apamana? This is an insult for your grandness. Then Sri Ramakrishna told, jovial, who will feed you dinner? Already late, no food. Sit here and eat something and let us go. But still Rakal Maharaj was not willing to eat because under the staircase, sitting under the staircase. Then Sri Ramakrishna told, my dear, if you go without taking anything from a Grahastha's house, he will get papa. Due to some reason, he has forgotten. Should we punish him? Should we fight? Not only he did not fight, not only he did not scold the householder, he could not even imagine that the householder getting papa. In order to save that person, host from papa, sadhu abachara papa, Sri Ramakrishna accepted that incident. That much ahimsavan. Then about Satyam, embodiment of truth. Kali Yuge, Satya Katha Tapas used to say. In Kali Yuga, what is tapas? Satya Katha. Speaking truth is tapas. Why in Kali Yuga? Very difficult. You decide one day I will speak truth. Only one day. That day only all lies which are told in the earlier days will come out. Like that situation. So Satya Katha, Kali Yuge tapas used to tell. And his life was full of. Not after becoming adult. As a mere child, 5-year or 6-year-old child, he followed that Satya. After the demise of his father, he was initiated into Gayatri. Having initiated, the brahmachari should go and ask alms, bhiksha from someone. Generally, it will be the first person who gives bhiksha will be physical mother. But he refused to take bhiksha from physical mother. He was insisting to take bhiksha from another mother whom he used to call as mother. Dhani Mata. She was a maid servant in that house. And in those days, she was listed as a untouchable person. Low caste woman. So how can you accept someone who is denied social status by the society as your mother? Sri Ramakrishna, as a boy, he told, "No, I gave word." Acha, who asked you to give word? I gave word from my birth. She is the person who is taking care of me. Therefore, I called her always mother. When she asked, "Is it a truth?" I told, "Is it a truth? What is this question? It is a truth." Then will you take Bhiksha when you get Gayatri Diksha? He asked 2 years before she asked. So I gave her, I will take Bhiksha from her one. Then village people objected that. He told, I don't want then Gayatri. Gayatri Mantra Diksha is for what? For performing Vedic way of life. Correct? That is the initiation. Like modern days mantra diksha. Having violated the promise, what Vedic way of life I want to live? I can live. So where is the question of getting Gayatri Diksha, having violated my promise? Like that he logically argued. 5-year-old boy. And all Pandits have to accept. So Satyam was in his blood. Then Brahmacharya, we all know. When he was a young man, before marriage, he was completely engrossed in devotion of Divine Mother, not even aware of day or evening. So everybody considered he has become mad. Mathur Babu, who happened to be the caretaker of Sri Ramakrishna, felt very sad that everyone criticizes Sri Ramakrishna. So maybe because of his Brahmacharya Vratam, complete celibacy, he might have gone mad. So let me disturb that celibacy. Like that, he arranged to send 4 or 5 mothers who were expert in disturbing others' celibacy. They used to live by selling their bodies. Those mothers, those women were sent. As even they came, Sri Ramakrishna, that time he was just 18, 19-year-old boy. He fell at their feet, calling them as mothers. They felt very much ashamed. He is a person with childlike mind. So we have come to spoil his celibacy like that. Then after marriage, Madhur Babu thought first attempt is not working. Then he managed to send him to Kamarpukur, told his relative, somehow managed to get him married. Sri Ramakrishna was very enthusiastic. Married. Yes, I will marry. There you are not at all interested in marriage life. Yes. Now you are interested. Yes, I am interested. So they started searching for the girl. He told the address of the future wife. Then when they went and saw, it was 5-year-old child, Sarada Mani Devi. Hey, are you joking? No, she is born for me. Age difference was 18 years. 23-year-old man, Sri Ramakrishna, 5-year-old child. So marriage happened. Marriage happened. When she became an adult, when she came to Dakshineshwar to serve Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna did not tell why you have come. By the time he has taken sannyasa, he did not ask why you have come. Are acha, very, very good you have come. Stay with me. He allowed Sarada Devi, 18-year-old wife, to stay with him. Because his Gurudev, Totapuri Maharaj, told, if you are established in the self-knowledge, you will not have the idea of body at all. So what is the worry? Just because you are married, why should you worry? Yes, get established in your self-knowledge, and that can be an experiment also for you. Like that he told during sannyasa time. So Sri Ramakrishna allowed his wife to stay with him. 6 months they stayed together. But you ask Mother Sarada Devi, what happened during this time? What happened? Always in samadhi. No idea of body. I asked, how you look upon me? What he told, the mother in the Kali temple and the mother who gave this body and and you are all are saved. Not only he told during Falakarni Kali Puja day, he made me to sit on the pedestal which is meant for Divine Mother Kali, and he literally worshipped. So his brahmacharyam is world known brahmacharyam. Then Aste, we think that stealing something physically, tangibly is stealing. No, even by mental thought, we should not steal. He asked his disciple to bring some lemon. 6 lemons he asked him to, but the disciple brought 12 lemons. Then he told, Sri Ramakrishna told, you have stolen. Go and give back the balance 6. To bring that lemon, the disciple has walked 6 miles. Again to give. So to save next day walking, the disciple did this. நாளைக்கு சேர்த்து எடுத்துட்டு வந்தார். He has brought for next day also. Bhagavan made him to walk the same day twice. So astheyam. Then aparigraham. Everyone amasses the objects, correct? Including rat. Have you seen that rat? It will eat little only, but it will amass so much and put it in the engine place, and it will smell or stink. Any animal amasses. Human being, no question at all. But Sri Ramakrishna was completely free from that parigraham. He won't receive anything from me. There was one Lakshman Sethi who brought 10,000 rupees currency, cash in his suitcase. At that time, Sri Ramakrishna's family expenditure was 6 rupees. His salary, his honorarium, not salary, his honorarium for ex-pujari, for being ex-pujari, 7 rupees. So entire family, in which some 10-15 disciples eating, non-working husband, and one mother, and Sarada Devi have to run. Entire family has to run within 7 rupees. So mother was so genius, she could manage in that 7 rupees also to save something. 50 paise, 1 rupee like that. That condition, Sri Ramakrishna's family's economy, in that condition, a person brings 10,000 rupees. Imagine how many months' salary, how many years' salary. Imagine. Nearly 118 years' salary. 100 years' salary if anybody brought. Can anyone refute? No, I don't want. Sri Ramakrishna refused. No, I don't. Why? Why should I need money? That Sethi was wondering because it was the first time for him to see a person who refuses money. Then Sri Ramakrishna told, she is running the family. If she wants, she can take like that. Mother is more intelligent. If I get money, I will have to use for him only. When he refused to accept money, where is the question of me accepting money? So both have aparigraham. So sadharana dharma was practiced in his life meticulously. Then swadharma, vishesha dharma or swadharma. What is the dharma for an individual? Swadharma, it is determined by his status in society. Brahmachari means brahmachari dharma. Grahastha means grahastha dharma. Sannyasi means sannyasi dharma. Vanaprastha means vanaprastha ashrama dharma. That's called swadharma or vishesha dharma. So what is the dharma, vishesha dharma for Ishvara? What is the Vishesha Dharma for Ishvara? Sarva Sharanyat. What do you mean by that? Sarva Sharanyatvam? Any fellow come asking for shelter, you have to accept. Even if he comes to kill you, you have to accept. That Sarva Sharanyatam was exemplified in every avatar. In Rama Avatara, Bhagavan Rama was ready to accept even Ravana. And he has accepted so many people, Vibhishana, Sugriva, Guha. Anyone who asks for shelter, abhayatvam, protection, he has to offer. In Krishna Avatara also. In Sri Ramakrishna's Avatara, we find that Sarva Sharanyatam, even for aquatic creatures. He was in village. That time some flood has come because of over rain. So fishes started coming to the land because of excess water. So the village people felt very happy. So they have to go to the river to catch the fish. Now fish is coming towards home. So they started eating that fish and catching the fish. Very easy. So they started beating that fish with stick, then catch it and use for their cooking. In that situation, a fish has come and touched the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna told to that villagers, please don't hurt or kill this fish. It has touched my feet. Saranya. He fish doesn't have any knowledge, nor it has any intention of surrendering. Nothing. Feet is touched. Whether the fish knows or not, Ishvara knows. And this Sarva Sharanyatam was exemplified in his life in later days, accepting cantankerous personalities like Girish Chandra Ghosh, Palipada Ghosh. Both are cantankerous personalities. But he has accepted. And he suffered because of their Sharanagati. He suffered physically, accepting all their negative balances. Papa Karmani, he physically suffered, but he never refused. So, Sarva Sharanya, Bhagavan says in Ramayana, Sakrudeva Prapannaye Tavasmiti cha yachate Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Tadamye Tat Vratam Mama Vratam. So, Dharmam it is. In Krishna Avatar also, Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananyapha sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hitaha chipram bhavati dharmatma shashvaschantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. I will not give up the bhakta. Which bhakta? Api chet sudurachara. Sudurachara bhakta also, if he comes asking for protection, I will give. So that Sarva Sharanyatam was exemplified in his life. Then third dharma is Moksha Dharma. What do you mean by Moksha Dharma? Love. What do you mean by Moksha Dharma? Love, prema. No, Swami, we heard Moksha Dharma means dharma for freedom. Moksham. Moksham from what? Freedom from what? Freedom from what? All human beings, for that matter, all living beings have one problem universally. What is it, Selfishness. To protect one's framework, every living being has selfishness. At the cost of destroying one's framework, no one will love anyone. So this is the bondage. I am first. Idea is there for everything. I am first. I should get. That idea is there. If somebody gets more, jealous come. If he gets less, paschatapa come. Understood? I am first. Idea. That idea should be destroyed. That is called moksha dharma. Once the idea I am first is destroyed, what remains? You are first. That is called prema. That is called love. And Sri Ramakrishna's love for the Lord is exemplified. Generally, humanity transacts with the Lord. Bhagavan is ATM box for many people in the world. Anytime money. All people go to temple, always ask something, give this, give that. You did not give this, you gave more. That fellow, like that, complaining only. But Sri Ramakrishna's love for divinity is something very grand. 12 years he did the tapasya and showed to the world Ishvara is the most grandest thing in our life. So we should love him. So much of love towards the divinity. He considered himself as child and divine as himself. No rules and regulations in his worship. Everybody thought he has gone mad. Yes, he has gone mad due to this prema. So his love for divine is something grand, and his love for Divya Nama, divine names of the Lord. There are so many names out there. His love for Divya Nama is so grand. As even he gets up after waking up, immediately he will chant the Lord's. If he doesn't have sleep, he will chant the Lord's name. If anybody comes, he will tell the Lord's name. If anybody comes to asking for advice, he will tell the Lord's name. So his Nama Prema it is. First one is Ishvara Prema. Second one is Ishvara Nama Prema. Then Sadhu Prema. In order to serve the sadhus who are mendicants, who is to go from Gangotri to Calcutta, there is a Ganga Sagar. So they used to walk, the sadhus used to walk. So that time, when sadhus come to Dakshineshwaram temple complex, he used to serve them. He has kept a store, you know that. He has arranged for a store wherein provisions are provided to sadhus. And his love for sadhus was so grand. He used to climb on the terrace and call the future sadhus. Hey, my dear children, where you are all? Present sadhus who are mendicants, he served them. He anchored. He was very much in anxiety. When I will meet them, when I will meet. Among them, there were some specific jivas, Ishvara Kotis. So he was very much anxious to see them. As even they got birth, he will be happy. Ah, my man has come. The people around him, they are already confirmed mad like that. Once he shouted, seeing the sky, my man has come, my man has come. There was one Hriday who was serving. Which man? Where is it? No one is there. We two alone is there. Like that is called. No, my man has come. From Varanasi, my man. Varanasi, where is Varanasi? Where is Calcutta? In those days, it will take days to reach that also. So he used to criticize. But Sri Ramakrishna never thought. The truth is truth. So his love for sadhus is very grand. And love for poor people, needy. Once Madhur Babu took Sri Ramakrishna to Varanasi as a pilgrimage by arranging a special train. Entire train is his party. Full train is booked. Chief of the pilgrimage group is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Financier is Madhur Babu. Family members, devotees, all are there. On the way to Varanasi, the train stopped on a village, at a village. The village name was Devgar. He saw people of that village were utterly poor. They did not have oil to put on their head, shabby dressed. So he asked Madhur Babu, hey Madhur Babu, you have a lot of money, na? Why can't you share with them? Huh? I am keeping this money. In those days, there was no banking system. So you have to carry money. So I am keeping this money for our entire pilgrimage. Lot of people are with us. We have to spend for everyone. So that money cannot be shared. When he told Sri Ramakrishna got down from the train, Madhu Babu shouted, Babaji, where you are going? Wait. So he went silently and went to that village group and sat center of them. Then when Madhu Babu came, asked, why you are sitting with these poor people? Unless you give them what is their requirement, I will not come from here. Dharna, first dharna. In those days, there was nothing called dharna because communism did not enter at all India in those days. But Sri Ramakrishna did first dharna. Daridra Narayana Seva Artham Dharna. Then Madhu Babu told, what you are talking? We are on the way. Lot of expenditure is there. You send some people to Calcutta, bring money, then you give, then only we start. That is why householders should not go pilgrimage along with sannyasi, where they will stop only Bhagavan. No, we have to go for Varanasi, Vishwanath Darshan. Already over here, Bhagavan says. Vishwanath Darshan, Daridra Vishwanath Darshan over. You serve here, Vishwanatha will be. He did not get up at all. 2 days train stopped. Because specially booked train. Madhu Babu brought all those things, whatever was requirement, dress, food items, groceries, oil, everything, and was distributed. So his love for poor, needy, he used to tell his love for poor and needy is so grand. He used to tell Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, hey Narendra, don't teach your Vedanta to an empty stomach. Khali pet ke tumhar Vedanta nahi. Swamiji Narendrana was staring at his Gurudev. When did I teach? He has not started his teaching at all. That is going to happen after 10 years. Correct? 93, 1893 it happened. 83 he says, Narendra, don't teach your Vedanta. As though he has some other Vedanta. Narendra's Vedanta is different. Your Vedanta to Kali Pet, to empty. Kali Pet ke tumhar Vedanta. So this one statement made Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, we established all types of seva karmani in our Guru Parampara. Shiva Jnane, Jiva Seva. One who is appears in front of us in needy's form. As a needy, he is none other than Isha. That is Shastra. Sarvam Kalu Itam Brahma. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. All are only chanting purpose. It was practiced. Sri Ramakrishna practiced literally. Ekam Sat. So, Mother alone is reality. So, love towards Divine Mother must be very natural. Then Shastram told, Shinvantu Vishwe Amritasya Putra. Bhagavan demonstrated it as Bhagavan demonstrated this statement in his life, considering everyone as the child of the Lord. When disciple come, instead of allowing the disciple to bow down, this man will bow down to the disciple. Funny. Okay, disciple, you are bowing down. To a scavenger, he will run and bow down. There was a mother who was doing that scavenger job. One day morning, he ran towards her, fell at her feet, and addressed her, "Oh, Divine Mother." Like that. She got afraid. But vision of Vedanta was exemplified. Shinvantu Vishwe Amritasya. Even though she appears to be a scavenger woman, she is also Amrita. So his love for poor people, needy people, any type of need will be fulfilled by Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna as long as he was in physical. People came with varieties of need, emotional need, spiritual need, moral need. He has fulfilled in its own way. In his own way, he has fulfilled all their needs. Then his love for fallen is something very grand. I already told you, na, Sharanyattam, Sarva Sharanyattam is called. So he could not reject anyone. Even when they are criticizing him, he won't reject. There was an asra. So he used to tell, why you are going to that pujari, mentioning Sri Ramakrishna, the asra is to tell, why you are going to that pujari? More than him, I have done tapasya. Like that, he used to show his japamana. But fed by Sri Ramakrishna. That fellow, he will criticize in front of others. He will criticize Sri Ramakrishna in front of others. When nobody is there, he will come to Sri Ramakrishna. Don't mistake, okay? Like that he will tell. Huh? Sri Ramakrishna kept it next to him. No problem. For my Leela, you are also one of the Anga. Like Shishupala was Anga of Krishna Leela. So Sri Ramakrishna's Leela was encompassing all these type of characters. So love for Bhagavan, love for Bhagavan Nama, love for Bhagavan's sadhus, love for sadhus, then love for poor, love for fallen. All type of love based on this moksha dharma pravat. About this only, Swami Vivekananda Maharaj writes another poem. Achandala prati hatarayo yasya premam prava. Yasya premaha, yasya prema pravaha achandala prati. Up to Chandala. Chandala in Sanskrit means the person who is uncultured fellow, indisciplined fellow, adharmic fellow. Up to that fellow, his love went. So, on this auspicious day, they are fortunate enough to meditate and to discuss about this grand life. It's not possible to complete in understanding about this grand life. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, one day he was coming down from Velluman temple, the old temple. He saw a brahmachari was studying newly published Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. That time, Sri Ramakrishna's life was not published. That was published later by Sharadanji Maharaj, after the demise of Swami Vivekananda. But during lifetime of Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna was published, certain portions. So, a brahmachari was studying that. Then Swamiji asked, what you are studying? Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Study. At least let me see you are understanding his grandness or not. I could not understand like that. You were telling it was. Then the brahmachari stared at him. Huh? You did not understand. That time, Swamiji is at the fag end of his life. He has completed all his world conquering tour, established ashramas, and what you call he initiated disciples, so many into monkhood and brahmachari, diksha, everything over. At times, Swami Vivekananda Maharaj says, so far I have not understood Sri Ramakrishna. If Swami Vivekananda could not understand Sri Ramakrishna, what to talk about us? It is a fact also, because Ishvara can never be measured by our understanding. Aprameya Vastu is called. In Shastram, Ishvara is called Aprameyaha Swaprakasha. He is Aprameyaha. You cannot measure him as an object of your understanding. But fortunately, he is Swaprakasha. He is available in the form of our own self. So, being our own self, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, being our own self, we should struggle to love that Sri Ramakrishna. Generally, our love is for body. Generally, our love is for always for body only. Either for physical body or for emotional body. Very few people have love for intellectual body. Those who have love for physical body, their life will be with sensory pursuit. Entire life, what they will do? Earn, eat, sleep, what? This much only they. Entire humanity see only love for body. And if at all he loves his family members, that also he loves their body. Because their body is the source of happiness of his body. Connected body only we care. Correct? We care always only connected bodies. How will Yaro? We don't know him. Why should we go and help? That's why whenever we read newspapers, we read news na. So many people died there, war is going on. Siddha Prajna. No problem. Even when we see somebody got accident, what we do? We take selfie. Huh? We take video only. We don't help them. Why? Yaro. If you help them, police will come and ask so many questions. Who will take the trouble of answering police? Who will take the trouble of going to police station? Love for body. Some people forget their love for body, but they love too much their emotional body. So they always ask Bhagavan, Bhagavan give me Surga, Bhagavan give me Vaikuntha, Bhagavan give me Kailash. Why? He knows that this physical body will go off, but still he want to enjoy. The idea of enjoyment is there now. It's so strong. Then very few people raise themselves from that level also. Then they go to intellectual level. There also they are stuck with intellectual love for intellect. Vidwans, they are called pandits. Actual pandits I am talking, not name-wise pandit. Okay, scholars, Vedic scholars, any field scholars. They forget their physical requirement. They don't bother about their emotional personality, whether criticizes others or whether others criticize or not. No problem. But they are very much careful about their intellectual personality. Anybody calls them idiot or anybody calls them criticize their research work, immediately they get. So human being love either his body, physical body or emotional body or intellectual body. Actually, the individual who gives life to all these three is someone else, who happen to be Ishvaraha, who happen to be our own self. Therefore, we should start loving ourselves, who has manifested in the form of Sri Ram. There is no difference between ourself and Ishvara and Sri Ram. This knowledge comes only after a lot of grace we receive from him. Unless he shows his grace, we cannot equate Ishvara with Sri Ramakrishna. For many people, Sri Ramakrishna is a pujari. Was a pujari, now also is a pujari. Kali Bhakta. You read some historians' writings about Sri Ramakrishna. He was a Kali Bhakta, pujari. In Indian history book, it will come. He was a guru of Vivekananda Swami, like that one. Very few people understand him as Ishvara's manifestation. And still more rare people understand that highest manifestation is in this form. Avatara Varishthaya. So that must be our goal. That is why Sri Ramakrishna himself used to ask his disciple to understand what is their spiritual growth. How to measure somebody's spiritual growth? Sri Ramakrishna had a unique way. He will ask one question: what do you think about me? If the fellow says, you are pujari, you did mad type of puja, like that, okay, no problem. That much only is understand. If somebody says, you are undefinable, Master Maharshai told this. That is Mahendranath Gupta who wrote Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. He told, you are undefinable. எந்த கேட்டகரியில சேர்க்கிறதுனே தெரியாது. Which category we have to put you, we don't know. Whether you are male, female, no, not possible, because he got mensuration, which is the nature of human body. He got mensuration. And he was considered as woman by many gents. And when he dressed like a woman, even Machur Babu was attracted for that form. You know that? He was asking his wife, who is this new woman? That lady knows about this fellow. That wife knows about this fellow. Any new face means Machur Babu will stare at them. So she laughed. Our relative. So far I have not seen. After puja we will see. Then after puja he was behind that lady. Which lady? Sri Ramakrishna lady. Tatrupa. So in which category to put him? Male or female? Householder or sannyasi? Guru or Shishya? Suddenly you go and fall at the feet of the Shishya. Oh, Narayana, you have come late. He was addressing his Shishya, Narendra. So Shishya got confused whether he is Guru or I am Guru. Whether he is a Bhakta or a Jnani, you cannot put him in any category. When Mahendranath Gupta told this, Sri Ramakrishna is very happy. Because Aprameya, but Swaprakasha. So we should surrender to him. He is Sarva Saranyaha, who happened to be Ishvara himself. Sri Ramakrishna is none other than Ishvara. And the form is grandest form, which is available in the form of Dakshinamurti, Guru Tattva. That is why no miracles he performed. Even if something miraculous happened, he told, I did not do. No Vaibhava you can see in that form, in that life. Vaibhava means what? You take Rama, Vaibhava was there. The Ikshvakukula Sampannaha. Then Raghavaha, prince of an empire, then has special bows and arrows. all Vaibhavas. You take Krishna, you cannot end the list. Suddenly Krishna will do magics. Suddenly he will show himself as 1,000-headed person. Even to Duryodhana, Vaibhavas, miraculous powers. Sri Ramakrishna had everything. He asked Narendra, shall I give it to you? Like that. Narendra was intelligent. Na? So he asked, will it help me to find the truth? No, it will not help. Then why should I? Ashtamaha they are called. Anima, Garima, Rahima, Mahima, Upama. Not Upama, actually joking. So like that, no show off in his life. You see his form. Ayo Pavamo. He appeared to be as an object of our sympathy because he has good dress. That also not so simple. Only Mahima is ourself. Next Mahima he is a teacher who teaches that he is ourself. Grand teacher. Even without having physical form at present, he lives with all of us in the form of his words. His Vakyams are all Shastra Vakyam. That is why Swami Vivekananda Maharaj called him as Vedamurthi Sri Ramakrishna. Vedamurti means what? He must be the Murti of Veda Vakyas. Na? He was that. So, with these words, we pray to Lord to show his actual grandeur. What is the actual grandeur of Ishvara? Nothing Maya born, but Swarupa Lakshmi. What is that Swarupam? Our own Atma. So that must be our prayer. Other than this prayer, no prayer we should ask from him. And it's a wrong place to ask. Understood? You cannot ask Kama Purti from Sri Ramakrishna. You will ask what for? Inna panna pora. By getting that, what you are going to do, you will ask. You cannot ask for Artha Purti. Because taka mati. Mud, gold is equal to mud for them. Ask something which is worthy. He used to tell, don't ask pumpkin from a king. Who is that king? He is the king. He is the king. We should not ask pumpkin. What do you mean by pumpkin? Eat. Nothing for self-sensory pleasures. Even if it is given, he will give. Now and then he will give. To check us. Hey, Rakal, come. Take this Rasagulla. Like that, he will shout and call and give. He will feed. Till date, it is happening. Nice Rasagullas he will give. Nice ice creams he will give. Slowly we will see whether this fellow is carried away by that or he is holding me. So we should hold him in our heart as Atma Swarupam, as our own Guru Maharaj. With this prayer, we end this satsang. Om Apakaya च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहार।